All right, I guess we should be good, right? There we go. Okay, perfect. So now that we're recording, we'll go ahead and get started. So let's just run through the rules real quick, and then should be up here. Well, thought it would be. And then we'll open it up for questions, and then I've got some plays here that we can kind of use as a for some examples as to how some of the rules apply. So as you guys know, Coach's Corner, rules of the game, and then we're following the youth flag rules. I think most of you in the call here have coached before, so the format has not changed. The size of the fields has not changed. 6-on-6, running minute, 20-minute running halves, and then you do get a couple of timeouts each half as well. We'll get into some of the details of the no rushing the quarterback and the quarterback runs and the fake handoffs. I'm sure that's always one of the major questions in regards to the rules. So we'll go through that in detail. As you guys know, in kindergarten, we actually run kindergarten, not first, but kindergarten through second, unlimited runs, even though there's still no direct QB runs in any division. And then third and fourth grade, you get one run per offensive possession. And you can still have a coach on the field. And then fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth grade divisions, no runs, and no coaches are allowed on the field. One of the highlighted things here, last minute of the game is when the clock stops. Okay, they did add this in with the QB sack and kneel downs, so the clock will stop there. So you can't just take the ball and take a knee at the end of the game. You actually have to run a play and complete a pass and remain in bounds in order to run the clock. Okay, as I mentioned before, you get 2 30-second timeouts per half. All right. This one right here, center cannot take a handoff from the QB. Okay, and then the ball does have to go through the center's legs for the snap to count. Okay. I know that's still in effect. You guys can review that. I know some of you don't like to abide by it. So, we'll take that on a case-by-case basis. But if a team is up by 30, then the team that is behind by 30 gets the ball at the plus 10 going in. So you got 10 yards to score, and you get that lead is trimmed below 30 points. The regular rules go back into effect. Also, the team that is ahead by 30 points gets 2 downs to get a first down and 2 downs to score, as opposed to the normal 3 downs to get a first down and 4 downs to score. All right. Pass game rules. You've got different sack counts for each division, so make sure you know what you're. And we'll make sure that we're staying on top of the officials to make sure they know the sack count that they're supposed to be in each division. Also, for stuff like that's division specific, let's make sure game to game, as at the coin toss or before the coin toss that starts the game, let's make sure that the officials know what grade division it is and know, if you have unlimited runs or 1 run per first down. If you guys could help out with that, just remind them what grade division it is. And obviously Jeremiah and myself will be walking around and telling them that as well, just reminding them. But sometimes they get a little bit confused between K through second, third and fourth, or third and fourth, fifth and sixth, as to which grade it is that they're officiating. Okay. No rushing the quarterback except for the deception rule, which we'll go through in detail here in a few minutes. Okay. Again, not many changes this year. Okay, this one right here is always a big one. He runs. The play is dead where the flag is pulled, not where the ball is when the flag is pulled. So again, no diving. There are no fumbles, no diving, no reaching for the first down, none of that. The ball will be dead where the flag is pulled or where the jump or leap or dive begins. Okay. Penalties. These are all pretty standard. Obviously, we're working on a shorter field, so the penalties aren't as drastic as you would have in normal tackle football. But you guys can go through that. And if you have any questions, just give me a shout. And then overtime, this will be game to game during the regular season. And everything's good, and we're not going to start delayed with the next game after yours. Then we'll do an overtime if both teams decide that they want to. If we're tied on time or something for one reason or another, then we'll call it a tie during the regular season. Obviously, in the playoffs, we play until we have a winner. Okay. But those are pretty standard. Nothing's changed there. You get 2 downs to score from the 10-yard line. And you alternate possessions each overtime. Okay. And then obviously you can go for 1 or 2. All right. Okay, so let's go here. I'm going to pull these up just so we can use this as an example for the questions that you guys are going to have. And let me get my draw up here. All right, perfect. Let's just kind of go through the list here. We can go one by one. So Coach Christopher, Brandon, what questions did you have in regards to the rules or anything else? I know tonight was mostly about the rules. We want to try and clarify as much as we can, but yeah.
Man, I'm good.
We can answer that too. Man, I'm good. All good? Okay.
All good.
All right, perfect.
All good.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night then. Dennis, Coach Franconis?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
As far as a lateral pass goes behind the line of scrimmage, is that considered a pass or a run?
Okay, so that's a good question. That's one of the ones that always comes up. So a lateral pass is not a run until the ball carrier crosses the line of scrimmage. Okay. So for instance, say we throw we have our QB on the right, use my finger. We have our QB here, and he throws a lateral. He throws a lateral to A, right? To my A wide receiver. Okay. The A wide receiver can then throw the ball to Y, and it is considered a pass. Okay. However, if my A wide receiver catches that lateral and then crosses the line of scrimmage, proceeds across the line of scrimmage here, then that is considered a run. Okay. Yeah, so obviously in the 5th and 6th, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So obviously in the 5th and 6th grade and the 7th and 8th grade divisions, there are no runs. It's all passes. So any play that that is a pass play has to occur beyond the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Is screen pass
lateral pass, and that ball carrier. Was that?
I said, is a screen pass considered lateral?
If a screen pass is caught behind the line of scrimmage, then it and the ball carrier possesses that pass behind the line of scrimmage and proceeds to cross the line of scrimmage after catching that pass, it is considered a run.
If it's on the line of scrimmage?
If it's on the line of scrimmage or in front of the line of scrimmage, and it's so for instance here with the center, right?
Right.
So he's right just over the line of scrimmage. The quarterback throws it to him, and he catches it just on or just over the line of scrimmage. That's considered a pass, and that's legal. Okay. Coach Franconis, does that answer your
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Question? Okay, perfect. All right, who do we have next here? Coach Al.
Yeah. Do the players all need mouthpieces?
Mouthpieces, yes. Yeah, if you can, let's make sure that everyone has a mouthpiece. The main reason we're doing that is because they do require them at the state tournament. I know we've been a little bit lax on that, but we've had a couple of teams, or every year we have 4 teams that go to the state tournament, and they require them there. So, so yeah.
Someone asked me that tonight, and I was like, I didn't know the answer. We had practice tonight, so.
Yeah, ideally everyone has the mouthpiece. It's not something that we've strictly enforced in our previous seasons, but it is something that we need to keep in mind because it is enforced at the state and the national tournaments.
Gotcha. And there's no blocking?
No blocking, no. You can kind of, it has to be almost like a basketball pick, right? So you can't move and block.
Can't
you
move.
can kind of stand there, but you cannot block. No.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Coach Long?
No questions.
All set? Okay. Awesome. Coach Corrigan?
Hey, Rob, just a quick clarification, 3-4 grade
Yes, sir.
level. What's the sack count? Is it 4 seconds?
It is 4 seconds for the 3rd and 4th grade. Yes, sir. And that is right here on the pass game. So we go K through 2nd is 6. Oh, sorry. 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th are 4 seconds. 7th and 8th are 3 seconds.
Okay, I knew there was a progression downward. I just didn't know where it occurred.
Yes, sir.
And then just a quick question about pickup tomorrow night. Is it okay that we pick all the team uniforms up?
No, we would rather have the parents pick them up individually, and the reason that we're doing it that way this year, obviously we have an extra week, so we got them in the game week that we were supposed to have, and we've always, every single year, we've always had a problem with kids on teams who registered late but had the same size as a kid who registered on time. And maybe the kid who registered on time isn't available for week 1, so the kid who registered late gets the uniform for that game, and then the kid who registered on time, they end up being upset because they don't have a uniform for the next week. So we want to have the parents pick them up individually, and that way we make sure that the uniform gets to the correct kid, and we communicate with those who registered late that, hey, you may not have your uniform this week, but we expect to have mostly everyone's uniform next week. So, but that's the reason we're doing that.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll make sure everybody knows. Follow-up question: do we get a game ball?
Yes, sir.
Each team. Okay. What about flags for practice?
Okay, so we don't have enough of the triple threat flags, but we do have some of those pop flags from last year, which we're going to give away because I don't want them and don't need them. So we'll have some of those tomorrow night, along with your game ball, for you to pick up as well. Game and practice ball for you guys to pick up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rob.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Coach McLean?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All set? Okay. Coach Sanford?
No, sir. I'm all good.
All good? Okay. All right. Good deal. Coach Gambler?
I'm good, thank you.
All good? Okay. Coach Wadman? Paul, I think you're muted. You have any questions? Okay. And then Coach Todd, Coach Quas.
Hey Rob, just not to beat a dead horse, but on the backward pass again for 5th and 6th graders. So
Yes,
you
sir.
can do a backward pass as long
Yes,
as
sir.
that guy passes to somebody else and doesn't cross the line of scrimmage, correct? It's not
That
a
is
5
correct.
no. Okay.
That is
So it only
correct.
becomes a penalty if he goes across the line of scrimmage.
That is correct. The other thing to keep in mind of this right here, so I'll just do that same example again here since I have this pulled up. So there's a backward pass here to the A receiver. Once he catches it in the 5th and 6th and the 7th and 8th grade division, he cannot proceed. Once he catches a pass behind the line of scrimmage, he cannot proceed to cross the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, it's a run play, and there are no run plays in 5th and 6th or 7th and 8th grade division. This sack count continues, though. Okay, so the sack count continues until the ball gets out of his hand. So if he catches a lateral and is going to throw it with the intention to throw it to the wide receiver here, one thing to keep in mind: the 5th and 6th grade division, you have an extra second. You got 4 seconds. 7th and 8th grade division, it gets a little bit tight there with a 3-second sack count. So, you got to be careful as to to how quickly you get the ball out of the hands of the player that catches the lateral for a double pass.
Gotcha. So, and if the 4 seconds runs out, it's just like if the quarterback did, it's not a penalty, it's just a loss of down.
Yes, sir. Just a loss of down. Yes, sir. Sack, loss of down. Yep.
One other thing. So I know obviously if they intercept the ball, they can run it back and there's no fumbles, but what if a player, what if he takes the ball from the other guy, like the ball is stripped or somehow? Is the ball dead there? It's still the offensive play?
Correct. Yeah, there's no strip fumbles either. So if the offense possesses the ball and the defender takes it away from them, that would be considered a fumble, and so there's no fumbles. Now, if it's so say it, it could be potentially an interception per se, then it'll be at the discretion of the official as to whether it's a completed pass, which there are no fumbles, so it would just be a completed pass and the ball's down there, or the official could rule that it's an interception. So interceptions are legal, but fumbles or strip fumbles or stuff like that is not. The ball will be down at the spot.
Gotcha. All right, that clears up. The other thing is, if there's 1 or 2 parents that can't come to pick up the uniforms, can we pick them up, or do they still have to get with you at a later date?
How do you want to handle that? If the parents can't come tomorrow night,
I have one.
Do you want the coaches to pick them up, or just wait until next week and have the parents pick them up?
Yeah, if you guys want to sign that you received the I think that will be good enough for us.
It's fine with you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine with me then.
Perfect. That helps.
Okay.
That's all I got. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Coach McMillan?
Yes. Sorry, I just hopped on.
Yeah, sorry, that's no problem. Any questions? We briefly went over the rules and just kind of wanted to just review the rules and answer any questions, rule related or non-rule related.
So I'm going backward from 3 to 4 to K to 2. What is it, 7 seconds?
So you're going back. So K through second, the sack count is 6 seconds.
6 seconds. Okay.
Yes, sir. 6 seconds. And that's in the pass game rules here. So your sack count here is 6 seconds for K through second.
And then you go across the line of scrimmage until there is a fake of a run or an actual run, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct. Any kind of fake is called our deception rule. So the quarterback cannot be rushed unless there's a fake handoff or an actual handoff occurs. At that time, the defense can cross the line of scrimmage to pull a flag.
Yep, that's all I got.
Okay, and then also remember, so the quarterback, there are no direct QB runs. This is something that I learned in the state tournament and the national tournament this past year. So I know in previous seasons we had done some where if there was a fake handoff and the defense rushed, then the quarterback could run. But they're calling that dead. So there are no direct QB runs. The quarterback cannot run. So if there's a fake handoff and the defense rushes, the quarterback has to get the ball out of his hands. He cannot proceed to take off and run, even if the defense rushes.
And can behind the line of scrimmage throws be considered runs and able run or no?
In the K through second? In K through second, Steve?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. K through second, you have unlimited runs. So the laterals and the double passes and all that stuff don't really apply to you. So you can throw a tall sweep or a lateral or a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, and the kid can proceed to cross the line of scrimmage. That's no problem because you have unlimited runs. The only time where that becomes an issue is in the 5th and 6th and the 7th and 8th grade division where runs are not allowed. Okay. Did we get everyone? I think we covered everyone. I don't think anyone else hopped on late here. So if that's it, I don't know if I've sent, I don't think I have. I don't think I've sent you guys these plays, but most of you already have your playbook and everything, but I'll send these to you. These are just some different sets. It's really the same formation and then different plays that you can run in this same bunch set. And then what I put here is man coverage and zone coverage. So if you have man coverage, obviously you want to look at options where players are running away from the defender, and then zone coverage, you know, players who are more static and trying to find a hole in that zone coverage are more beneficial. So just some read progressions for your quarterback. You know, if I saw that it was not man coverage, so it was zone coverage, I'd probably look here first, and then to my swing second and my corner third in a zone coverage situation. So these plays to you guys, and you can use them if you want to or not. It's no big deal. But I think I put these together actually for another league. We had a lot of new coaches and people who had never coached football before. So you guys might find some of these interesting, or you might be more creative than I am and take these formations and do something more creative. So we'll send these over to you, and then if there's nothing else, I think we're all set. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night for you to pick up the uniforms and the footballs and any flags that we have.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all.
Thanks, Rob.